Α, να. Μπορείς να μπεις να δεις αν είμαι live.
YouTube.
Ναι, ναι.
Ναι, είσαι. Ακούγαμε.
Ναι, χαμήλωσε στον υπολογιστή σου.
Ναι, δεν ακούγεται.
Όπα. Okay. Λοιπόν, exterior view. Λοιπόν, θα πάμε να κάνουμε ένα training. Όχι, θα φτιάξω χαρακτήρα πρώτα. Οπα. Λοιπόν. Ω, Γιάννα. Κοίτα. Άνθρωπος έχει 5 types. Νομίζω θα πάμε με αυτό. Ωραία. Πάμε με αυτό. Πάμε στο αρχικό μενού, τελειώσουμε με το χαρακτήρα μας. Θα κάνουμε το training. Όπα, κάτι έκανε εδώ με το Ubisoft Club. Θα το φτιάξουμε. Συγγνώμη γι' αυτό. Λοιπόν. Και νομίζω είμαστε έτοιμοι να ξεκινήσουμε το training. Κόλλη μουσική, αρχίζει κάτι καλό. Ωραία. Είμαστε ο καπετάνιος.
Welcome to the Starfleet Training Simulator. Our system is currently configured to train command crew of Aegis-class starships. Here you may learn about the roles and responsibilities of each officer on the bridge, and how to operate all of the controls of their command stations. Feel free to experiment and get comfortable with the ship here in the simulator before moving on to the real thing.
Νομίζω ξεκινήσουμε.
As captain, you are in overall command of the crew. It is your responsibility to communicate with and to coordinate the actions of the other officers on the bridge. You'll receive important updates on mission status and also have direct control of the main view screen.
Τώρα θα δούμε αναλυτικά λογικά το τι κάνει ο καπετάνιος. Πάμε τη σειρά. Μπορεί να καλέσει άλλα πλοία.
You can answer a hail when messages from Starfleet or other ships are received. If the message is accompanied by video, it will be displayed on the main view screen. Answer the incoming hail now.
Aegis, this is Captain Uku of USS Huxley. Our system checks are complete, we're ready to go. We'll stand by and follow you out when you're ready.
At any time while on the bridge, you can use an external view to see what is going on outside and around the ship.
Wow. Ωραία, το κάνουμε και αυτό. Μπορούμε να δούμε τα στατιστικά του σκάφους
As captain, you can access basic information about your ship's status. Open your status displays now. The status information available to you is helpful, but no substitute for the more detailed knowledge of your chief engineer.
Μπορούμε να δούμε το phase range, το επίπεδο της σπίδας, τη μηχανή. Ωραία.
As captain, you have the same maps at your fingertips as your helm and tactical officers. You may use these to aid communication, to identify a target for tactical, or to specify a destination for helm. Targets and nearby destinations are selected from the local map, which shows objects of interest around you. Open the local map view.
Map, χάρτης, εδώ.
Now touch any object on the map to select it as your target.
Έχουμε αυτό εδώ
Some
το
orders you
στόχο.
give to the crew require you to first designate a target or destination, exactly as you just did.
Ωραία. Για πάμε.
When playing alone or with AI members of the command crew, the captain gives orders to the AI officers. To give an order to a specific officer, look at them and use the orders system to select from the available commands. Remember, some commands will first require that you select a target or destination. Try ordering your chief engineer to prioritize power to engines. Some orders apply to the entire crew. To access these orders, look towards the central console in front of you. First, select the closest ship from your local map. Then try ordering the crew to investigate it.
Ωραία, θα πούμε στους φίλους μας από εδώ να πάμε να ξεβρίσουμε το πιο κοντά. Orders με το Χ. Νομίζω είπε reduce signature.
Yes, setting course to new coordinates.
Ωραία. Πέρα στο engineering λέει. Α, αυτή είναι. Και πρέπει να της πω να βάλει παραπάνω δύναμη στις μηχανές.
Maximizing power to engines.
Ωραία. Διαλέγουμε τώρα το στόχο μας από το χάρτη. Και θα πρέπει να τους πούμε τώρα να πάμε να αναλύσουμε το στόχο.
New target locked. Scanning target. Scanning complete.
Ωραία, το σκανάραμε. Δεν ξέρω με τι μοιάζει. Κοντεύουμε πάντως ό,τι και αν είναι. Ελπίζω να σταματήσουν, Όχι, κάτι έκανα. Όχι, 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 όχι. Ωραία. Νομίζω όλα καλά.
Impulse engines allow the ship to rapidly traverse great distances within a star system. When playing with an AI crew, you will need to choose a destination and give the orders to prepare for and initiate impulse travel. First, choose a destination from your impulse map.
Λοιπόν, πάμε στο impulse map.
You need to select a destination from the impulse map.
Θα πάμε στο alpha prime λογικά, σε μια...
Now give the order to prepare for impulse. Your chief engineer will give more power to the engines, and your helmsman will lay in a course and align the ship. Tell the crew to engage impulse flight.
Plotting impulse course.
Λοιπόν,
Aye. Prioritizing power to engines.
και θα κάνουμε gains.
Aye, aye.
Ωραία. Πάμε να δούμε το πράγμα. Πάμε για
The
warp
ship's
map.
warp drive can generate a warp field, distorting space around the Aegis and allowing you to travel to other star systems much faster than the speed of light. When playing with an AI crew, the captain chooses a destination and gives the orders to prepare for and initiate warp travel. Always bear in mind that charging the warp coils consumes most of the ship's power. The Aegis will not be able to maintain a full combat stance during these critical seconds. To go to warp, first choose a destination from your warp map. You need to select a destination from the warp map.
Select the system. Είμαστε στο Alpha, θα πάμε λογικά
Now
στο
give the order
Beta.
to prepare for warp. Your chief engineer will direct power to the warp coils, and your helmsman will lay in a course and align the ship to the correct heading.
Ετοιμαστείτε για...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Preparing for warp.
Now tell your crew to engage the warp drive.
Aligning warp vector. We're
Warp
ready to
coils
go.
ready.
Charged.
Και...
Aye, aye,
φύγαμε.
Captain.
Λοιπόν, φτάσαμε. Πάμε να δούμε το view
Captains
screen.
have control of the main view screen. You may choose to display any of several different overlays on the view screen. With information about your ship's system status, try the different views and overlays available. Open your view screen controls now. The target and magnify views only work when you are targeting another ship or object. Magnify provides an up-close view of your selected target. Target view provides enhanced situational awareness, showing both your own ship and your target at once.
Ωραία.
Sometimes, as captain, you may wish to take temporary control over another command station. This allows you to perform any of the functions of that role, then return to the captain's chair when ready. You cannot, however, take control of a station currently being operated by another player. To take control of another station, look at any of your AI command crew and activate orders mode. Now choose the Take Over option. You can return to the captain's chair at any time by tapping the Orders Mode button again.
Λοιπόν, θα... πάω σε αυτή. Σε αυτόν θέλω να πάω. Take over. Γυρνάει καρέκλα μαζί. Λοιπόν, και τώρα θα πρέπει να πιστέψω πίσω λογικά. Ωραία. Και πάμε να δούμε
In
τον
emergency
κόκκινο συναγερμό.
situations, you can sound a red alert to notify your ship's crew. If you are playing with an AI as tactical officer, she will interpret a red alert as a request to prepare for combat. Try activating red alert now.
Θα ενεργοποιήσουμε τον κόκκινο συναγερμό.
Torpedoes arming.
Και πάμε να δούμε το τελευταίο. Για τον καπετάνιο, open the have overlay for additional information. Πού είναι αυτό? Α, είναι το δράνο. Πού να δούμε αναλυτικά τα στατιστικά. Εντάξει. Το κάναμε. Τελειώσαμε με τον καπετάνιο. Αυτό είναι που μπορεί να κάνει. Για να δούμε τι μπορούμε να κάνουμε
As
σαν...
helmsman, you are the ship's navigator, responsible for maneuvering the ship and navigating within and between star systems. Your crew depends on you to get the ship wherever needed, to avoid collisions with hazards in space, and to maneuver for tactical advantage in combat situations.
Ας μάθουμε να χρησιμοποιούμε... Να δούμε πόσα είναι.
Your basic maneuvering controls allow you to give the ship forward or reverse thrust, to steer the ship to port or starboard, and to move the ship up or down on its vertical axis. The amount of thrust you can give depends on the amount of power your chief engineer allocates to engines. The more power you give, the more responsive the ship will be. Maneuvering controls are only available when your local map view is active.
Jo. Είναι το local view αυτό. Τι πάμε να κάνουμε?
The throttle controls your speed and also allows you to reverse or make a full stop.
Αυτό είναι το μπρος πίσω και αυτό είναι το πάνω κάτω. Δεξιά αριστερά. Τώρα κουνιόμαστε. Κατεβάσουμε λίγο. Λοιπόν. Για δούμε το local
Your
map.
local map can be used to mark ships and objects as waypoints, to check your proximity to hazards, and gauge when you are close to being detected by hostiles. Touch any target on the map to select it.
Αυτό ήταν. Για πάμε.
Your ship's impulse
Staples
drive
drive.
allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Switch to your impulse map.
Ωραία.
Select any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination.
Θα πάμε στο αλλάζω.
Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
Ωραία, αυτό πόσο ξέρουμε. Λογικά εδώ. Όχι. Ναι, από εδώ. Νιώθεις αλήθεια ότι κουνιέται ένα ολόκληρο πράγμα.
Grab and push your throttle to engage the impulse drive.
Α, το περίμενε αυτό.
The ship's computer will automatically follow the course you plotted.
Θα σχέσουμε. Και... Ουοπ. Θα δούμε το warp
The ship's
drive.
warp drive can distort space around the ship to propel it faster than light across the vast distances between star systems. The tremendous amount of energy needed for warp travel will require you to coordinate closely with the chief engineer. To travel by warp, it is your responsibility to plot a course by selecting a star system on your warp map. When the course is plotted, you will need to align the ship with the proper heading. Before you can enter warp, your chief engineer will have to prepare the ship and charge the warp coils. Open your warp map now.
Ωραία. Για να πάμε σε
Select
warp
a star
πρέπει ο
system to plot a
μηχανικός να
course to
βάλει
it.
αυτή τη δύναμη στις μηχανές. Υποθέτω θα γίνει αυτόματα αυτή τη στιγμή.
Now
Θα πάμε
return to
πίσω
the
στο
local view and
Α.
steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
Βέβαια φέρουμε το σκάφος σε σημείο.
Push your throttle to engage the warp drive. The warp coils can only remain charged for a limited time. The chief engineer will need to prepare the ship for warp again.
Πρέπει να το κάνουμε γρήγορα. Είμαστε πίσω στο Α.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As helmsman, the more thrust you are using, the farther away the Aegis can be detected. On your local map, you'll see a ring that expands and contracts as the ship's signature increases or decreases. When other ships come within that ring, they will detect the Aegis.
Αυτό Τι είναι ακριβώς τώρα? Πρέπει να ζούμε το χάρτη εδώ. Ωραία. Και έμεινε το help overlay, το οποίο είναι το τετράγωνο. Ναι. Εντάξει. Το κάναμε και αυτό. Πάμε στον engineer νομίζω. Tactical officer.
As the tactical officer, you are in charge of the ship's weapons, defenses, and scanners. In combat situations, you must coordinate with the rest of the bridge crew to protect the ship and deal with any threats to it. But you also have a crucial role in non-combat situations. It is the tactical officer's responsibility to scan nearby ships and other objects in the environment to reveal vital information about them.
Ωραία λοιπόν. Κάμποσα. Ας αρχίσουμε.
In order to scan anything or to fire on it, you must first target it. To select a target, simply select the appropriate icon on your map. Once you've selected a target, a display will show all currently known information about your selection. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
Διαλέγουμε στόχο. Έχουμε τις πληροφορίες που ξέρουμε εκεί αριστερά. Πιστεύω. Ναι, ξέρουμε ότι έχει full ασπίδες. Θα το κάνω και scan. Θα μας μάθει τώρα όμως.
You will often need to scan a target to learn more about it, or to locate people or objects of interest in another vessel. Some objects are scanned with a simple, general scanning action. This happens automatically when the object is targeted. More complex objects, like other ships, can be scanned for specific properties, such as the locations of any weak points in a ship's system. When an object has many features to scan, scanning them all at once is much slower than scanning a single specific system. Scanning is required before it's possible to transport people or cargo off of another vessel, or before being able to target weak spots of an enemy's ship systems. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
Ωραία, διαλέγουμε
Here
το
you can
σκάφος
select
από
what
εκεί.
systems you want to scan. Scanning a single system will always be faster than scanning multiple at once. Also, the closer the ship is to the target, the faster you can scan. Scan the ship's engines now to reveal their status and any weak points which would allow you to damage the engines directly.
Το κάναμε. Έχει 24 ανθρώπους εκεί μέσα. Οι μηχανές τους είναι καλά. Για να δούμε τις
As
ασπίδες
tactical
μας.
officer, you have control over raising and lowering the ship's shields. When raised, the shields will charge up to maximum strength over time. They are your best defense against damage to the ship. When shields are lowered or down to 0 strength, any damage to the ship may cause serious harm to onboard systems, or even loss of life to your crew. When shields are raised, the chief engineer can direct power to them to increase their effectiveness. Raise the shields now.
Θα βάσουμε τις ασπίδες.
There is a delay while power is channeled into the shields before the shields come online. In a combat situation, remember that you need to raise shields before the enemy fires.
Εντάξει. Λοιπόν. Τορπίδες.
Photon torpedoes are a devastating weapon. They can automatically track a moving target and deliver heavy damage on impact. However, before you can fire them, you must first give the order to arm them. Arm your torpedoes now. Each torpedo tube takes time to load. Your supply of torpedoes for any mission is limited, so use them wisely. Target the nearby ship and fire torpedoes at it.
Θα ρίξουμε τορπίλες στο σκάφος εκεί. Μία να έρθει δει. Κι άλλο λογικά. Τελείωσε, εντάξει. Phasers για πάμε.
Phasers are a versatile energy weapon. They continually charge over time, and when fully charged, your phaser banks hold enough energy to fire multiple shots at your target. Phaser banks automatically track your target, but only if it is within the indicated firing arc and within the current range of your weapons. The effective range and damage of your phasers is controlled by the amount of energy the chief engineer allocates to them. Target the nearby ship and fire phasers at it.
Θα το ρίξουμε laser. Λοιπόν.
Phasers can be used to precisely target weak spots of another vessel. To use this ability, you must first scan the desired subsystem of a target, such as its weapons or engines. Once scanned, you must then select that system. As long as a scanned system is selected, phasers will auto-target that system's weak points. To hit a subsystem, the target's shields must be down or inactive. Second, your ship must be correctly facing the targeted point. If the target's shields are raised, or you are attacking from the wrong angle, firing in subsystem targeting mode will do minimal damage. When dealing with other ships, targeting individual systems is a good way to disable them or neutralize a threat without outright destroying the ship. This may sometimes be necessary to accomplish your mission objectives. Target the nearby ship and scan its weapons systems.
Θα ελέγξουμε τα συστήματα των όπλων τους.
Now select the ship's weapon systems to lock on to their weak points. Your phasers are now in subsystem targeting mode. Fire them for a precision attack. Until the target's shields are down, you will not be able to hit the targeted system.
Εντάξει. Κάτσε να βοηθήσουμε με λίγες τορπίλες. Ωραία, έχουν χάσει ευθετή ασπίδα. Για να καταφέρουμε όμως να ρίξουμε τα όπλα τους πρέπει να πέσει το shield τους στο 5% λογικά. Είναι 20% τώρα. Τέσσερα, να ρίξουμε και μια τορπίδα. Και λογικά τα επόμενα ρίξουμε τα όπλα
Very
τους.
good. You have damaged the targeted system. Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As tactical officer, arming torpedoes, firing weapons, and activating shields will each make the ship detectable from greater distances. To reduce the ship's signature, disarm torpedoes and lower shields now.
Για να μην μας βλέπουν πρέπει να απενεργοποιήσουμε τις τορπίδες και τις ασπίδες. Θα μας κάνει λιγότερο ορατούς στους εχθρούς.
The Aegis's prototype remote intrusion system can be used to send encoded signals and disrupt critical systems of other ships. Before it can be used, the tactical officer must scan the target. Once a scanned target is selected, an intrusion into its control systems is attempted via an automated routine. If successful, you may then choose to attempt any of the available disruption routines to temporarily cripple a specific system. Activate the remote intrusion system. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
Σκανάρουμε το εχθρικό σκάφος.
Select a scan target. Choose a disruption routine to inject into the target systems.
First started. Disable weapon targeting.
Very good. But once used, the remote intrusion system will be fully occupied and unable to disrupt another target or system for some time.
Εντάξει. Μπορούμε να κάνουμε βασικά ζημιώσει στο εχθρικό σκάφος με άλλα σήματα και τέτοια. Για να δούμε τα
Your ship is equipped with
transporters.
standard transporters for beaming objects or personnel aboard from other vessels or locations. Transporting first requires the tactical officer to scan the target vessel or location. If any mission-critical items or personnel to transport, the target will appear on the transporter interface. It will take time to acquire a lock-on before you can beam, and you must remain in range for the lock to succeed. The transporter cannot penetrate through your ship's own shields or those of another ship, so you must coordinate with tactical to make sure your shields are down when you need to transport. If you are attempting to beam something from a hostile vessel, your crew will first have to disable its shields. Activate the transporter interface.
Ωραία, λοιπόν, θα προσπαθήσουμε
Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
να κάνουμε μια τηλεμεταφορά. Θα πρέπει να σκανάρουμε το σκάφος, να δούμε πόσοι άνθρωποι υπάρχουν μέσα, λογικά άνθρωποι που θα μεταφέρουμε.
Select the damaged ship from the list of targets.
Κάτι είναι
Lock
αυτό
on to the
τώρα.
survivors aboard the ship to prepare for transport. To lock on, your ship must be in transport range and unshielded. The target's shield, if any, must also be down.
Ωραία. Τώρα κλειδώνουμε τους ανθρώπους μέσα στο σκάφος και θα τους μεταφέρουμε στο δικό μας.
You have transporter lock on the survivors. Give the order to energize. The survivors are now safely aboard the Aegis, but you can only transport 6 at a time. Anytime there are more than 6 targets to transport from a single vessel, you will need to perform multiple transport cycles.
Ωραία. Και το τελευταίο έχει overlay, το τετράγωνο, εντάξει, το ξέρουμε. Οκ. Το κάναμε station menu. Και πάμε να δούμε πώς λειτουργεί ο μηχανικός στο σκάφος.
As chief engineer, you support all other members of the bridge crew by keeping the Aegis operating in top condition. You monitor vital status information about the ship's systems, allocate power needed for maneuvering and combat, and manage the ship's power grid to compensate for damage or boost its capabilities. You also manage the ship's repair teams and keep an eye on how visible the Aegis is to other ships in the area.
Ζούμε λογικά.
Your system's display gives vital information about the status of the ship's various systems at all times. When your ship is suffering from negative effects, this panel provides information about the source and severity of the effect. As chief engineer, you have more detail about your ship's status than any other member of the crew. Activate your system's display now.
Μπορώ να δω τα σκάφα αναλυτικά εδώ. Δεν βρίσκω λόγο να μην συνέχεια ενεργοποιημένο αυτό. Δεν είμαι σίγουρος. Ας το αφήσουμε ανοιχτό.
How you allocate power determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as chief engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now.
Θα δώσουμε full δύναμη.
Now
στις
try giving
μηχανές.
maximum power to shields. You will have to reduce power to other systems first.
Ωραία. Warp
Before the
drive.
ship can travel between star systems, you must make the ship ready and charge its warp coils. This draws a tremendous amount of power, and you will be unable to make any further changes to power allocation or routing while prepping for warp. Begin preparing for warp now.
Θα ετοιμαστούμε για
Charge the
What's
warp
up?
coils.
warp coil.
The helmsman will have a limited time to engage the warp drive, or the coils will automatically discharge to prevent damage to the ship.
Warp coils charged.
Ωραία. Πάμε στο επόμενο.
When the ship
Επισκευές.
sustains damage, it's up to you to deploy repair crews and get critical systems back in working order. You have a limited number of crews available. You may send multiple crews to repair a single system faster, or you may spread them out to work on multiple systems at once. Activate your repair controls now. We have simulated damage to your phaser banks and scanners. Assign repair crews to both systems to get them back to full working condition.
Ωραία, θα πρέπει να βάλουμε ανθρώπους να φτιάξουν αυτά τα δύο. Πως κατά μπορούμε να βάλουμε δύο για να γίνει πιο γρήγορα η δουλειά, ναι. Και λογικά πάντως να το φέρω
Sensor
αυτός
array
εδώ.
restored.
Εσείς έρθατε πίσω.
Phaser array restored.
Ωραία. Σούμε πίσω στη δύναμη και πάμε να δούμε το...
It's possible to increase the power to one or more systems beyond normal safe operating limits by rerouting the ship's power grid. Switch to rerouting mode now. Try diverting extra power to shields by dragging an adjacent power node over to it.
Divert power from engines, άρα θα...
You have increased maximum shield strength by drawing some power from other systems. This situation is risky, though. The extra power flowing through those conduits could cause internal damage. When you use the rerouting system, you must keep an eye on the power grid and be ready to make changes as needed.
Ωραία, το μάθαμε και αυτό.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As Chief Engineer, you can monitor all systems which are affecting the ship's signature and gauge the range at which the Aegis will be detectable to other vessels. This information is vital when trying to avoid contact with hostile ships.
Help overlay. Και νομίζω τα τελειώσαμε, ναι. Μάθαμε πώς λειτουργεί το παιχνίδι. Και λοιπόν, και τώρα μπορούμε να παίξουμε λογικά. Αυτό είναι το σκάφος που θα είμαστε μέσα. Λοιπόν, quick match φαντάζομαι. Region, Europe, φύγαμε. Λοιπόν, διαλέγω τι θα είμαι στην αποστολή. Είμαι ο Χώστερ. Νομίζω αρχίσουμε τον καπετάνιο. Άντε, θα το ρίξω, δεν το πράζει να φύγει. Λοιπόν. Μόνος μου λογικά θα είμαι. Για πάμε να δούμε.
Captain's log, stardate 225-8.161. My crew is assembled, and we're preparing to disembark on our expedition to the trench. Before we depart, however, Starfleet Command has asked us to complete one final exercise to confirm the Aegis's fitness for the mission ahead, and undoubtedly to test the readiness of her captain and crew.
Captain, we have a message incoming from Deep Space K7.
Ωραία.
Opening channel.
Aegis, we have a freighter coming into dock, and we've had a little trouble lately with smugglers trafficking invasive species. On your way out, I think it'd be best for everyone if you could just verify the ship isn't carrying any wildlife.
Θα πρέπει να σκανάρουμε το ρακούσα. Εντάξει. Ανοίγουμε λογικά
My
το
entire
locker.
sensor array just lit up. Mind taking a look?
See what I can find.
Αυτό είναι το ρακούσα. Πάμε να κάνουμε investigate. Διαλέξαμε και κάνε approach.
Aye, staying with them.
Λοιπόν, θα είμαστε σύντομα σε όπου μπορούμε να κάνουμε scan. Εσύ θα κάνεις scan το
You got it.
target.
Updating target. Scanning.
I will update your panel, Captain. I am not detecting any unusual life forms aboard the freighter, Captain.
I'll let K7 know the ship's clean.
Aye, understood. Throttle to 0.
Σταματάμε λοιπόν. Θα πρέπει να πάμε στο κάμπα χύτρα. Εδώ. Τι μας στείλετε για αγρό.
Initializing warp protocols. Allocating power.
Warp course is set. Lining up for warp vector.
Warp
We're
coils
aligned for warp.
Charged.
Course laid in, Captain.
Και... φύγαμε.
I'm picking up a distress signal, Captain. Check them out. Channel open.
USS Aegis. My vessel has lost all power and our life support systems are nearly exhausted. We have a crew of 6. I request that you take us aboard your ship as soon as possible.
Πάμε να το σώσουμε.
Aye, full speed ahead. Aye, aye, following the target.
Λοιπόν, εσύ άρχισε να σκανάρεις.
Aye. Full power to engines.
Για να πάμε πιο γρήγορα. Λοιπόν.
Aye, aye. Locking new target. Scan initiated.
I'm sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Λοιπόν, έχουμε 6 ανθρώπους. Σταμάτα. Τώρα,
Bring her to full stop.
νομίζω είμαστε σε transporter θέση.
Aye, Captain. Balancing power.
Aye, aye,
είμαστε.
Captain. Following the target.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Όχι,
Shields
κατά
up.
λάθος.
Arming torpedoes.
Κατά λάθος.
Aye, understood. Staying with them.
Είμαστε κοντά τους. Rescue crew φτάνει. Κατεβάζουμε ασπίδες.
Understood. Lowering shields.
Can you check it out?
Και τώρα... δεν θέλουμε τα τορπίδος, κατά disarm.
Aye, aye. Torpedoes on safe.
Δεν μπορώ να σου πω. Λογικά θα πρέπει εγώ να πάω να το κάνω. Λοιπόν, transporter. Έχουμε 6 ανθρώπους, τους οποίους θέλουμε όλους πάνω. Έρχονται πάνω.
The vessel is empty, and all crew members are accounted for.
Άρα τους σώσαμε.
We have a priority message incoming from Starfleet Command. Opening channel.
Captain, we've lost contact with one of our survey vessels, the USS Nicholson. You're the closest ship to their last known position. We need you to locate the vessel and render any aid they may need. We're sending their last coordinates to you now. Starfleet out.
Θα πάμε να δούμε τι συμβαίνει με το πλοίο που εξαφανίστηκε. Gamma Hydra, Section 6 Nebula. Άρα θα πάμε Section 6.
Calculating travel vector.
Φιλαράκι, ετοιμαστείτε για
Powering
impulse.
engines for impulse.
Making ready for course plotted.
Shuttlecraft safety inspections are complete.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Φτάσαμε.
Captain, I'm detecting gravitic mines in the area. If we get too close, they'll be attracted to our hull, and the damage could be severe. We should keep our distance.
Εντάξει.
The environment is inhibiting the effectiveness of our sensors, Captain. We are, however, detecting pockets of plasma coolant. They may provide clues as to the Nicholson's whereabouts.
Ωραία, πάμε να το ελέγξουμε. Κατά λάθος, συγγνώμη. Λοιπόν. Θα πρέπει να πάω εγώ, νομίζω το κάνω, επειδή δεν ξέρω πόσο μπορείς να του πω να προσέχει λίγο. Τα πράγματα που υπάρχουν. Λοιπόν, εσύ δελτίο,
Can you confirm?
I can check that out.
Multiple failures on deck 14.
Λοιπόν, κάνω πρώτο στο target, εσύ φτιάξε ό,τι χάλασε.
Captain, we've reached our destination.
Aye, target selected. Scanning.
I am updating your panel, Captain. Sensors are detecting a distress beacon, but it is not a Federation frequency. It looks like a civilian vessel needs assistance as well.
Πάμε να δούμε.
I'm picking up a signal on emergency frequencies. On screen.
Aegis, according to my engineer, our engines are locked in some sort of malfunction cycle. If we could temporarily override them, I think we can fix the problem.
Aye.
Πήγαινε κύριε Ράο. Εσύ...
Aye,
κάνεις
Captain.
καν.
Locking on target. Initiating scan.
Transferring analysis to your panel, Captain.
Hazard detected.
We've arrived.
Λοιπόν, πάμε λίγο να δούμε τι θέλει ο τύπας από εκεί. Πήγαινε σε
Aye,
παρακαλώ.
aye. Following the target.
Ελπίζω να μην χτυπήσει. Έχουμε φάει λίγη ζημιά. Εσύ μπορείς να κάνεις καν, όχι. Παίζω τώρα ότι φάγαμε ζημιά. Όχι, εντάξει.
Plasma containment is within tolerances.
Εντάξει, αφού το λες, δεν μπορεί να φτιάξει το χώρο. Λογικά μπορείς να κάνεις
Roger that.
καν.
Changing target. Scanning target.
Transferring data to your panel, Captain.
Έχουν πρόβλημα με τις μηχανές τους.
Exiting anomaly.
Και το τι μπορούμε να κάνουμε για αυτός. Select the subsystem via intrusion. Τι γίνεται?
Affirmative. Equalizing power.
Ah,
Shuttlecraft safety inspections are complete.
select entry subsystem via intrusion. Θα έρθω σε σένα λογικά. Όχι. Γιατί να θέλει να το κάνω αυτό? Δεν πάω καταλάβω.
It looks like that fixed it. We should be able to take it from here. Thanks for your help. You probably just saved all our lives.
Το σώσαμε. Πάμε πίσω να δούμε τι γίνεται με το σκάφος που χάθηκε. Πήγαινε σε παρακαλώ, με στρουκάρεις πουθενά το σκάφος. Δώσε λίγη δύναμη στις μηχανές. Τι γίνεται?
Warning.
Entering anomaly.
Hazard detected.
Είμαστε μέσα σε μια διαστημική ανομαλία.
Arriving at our destination.
Φτάσαμε.
Aye,
Σκάναρε.
Captain. Targeting.
Moving out of the anomaly.
Initiating scan. I've finished the scan.
Complete.
I believe our lost ship is showing on sensors now, Captain.
We're being hailed.
Aegis, this is the USS Nicholson. Our vessel is severely damaged and leaking radiation. Most of my crew escaped, but a few of us are trapped in the forward compartment. I need you to transport us off the ship. And then, well, she's too dangerous. We can't just leave her floating out here. You'll have to scuttle her.
Aye, following.
Πάμε.
Aye, aye. Updating target. Scanning.
Μένει ραδιενέργεια στο σκάφος τους, πρέπει να το σώσουμε.
I will update your panel, Captain.
We've got life signs.
Έχουμε 6 ανθρώπους μέσα. Έχω σκανάρει. Εσύ. Όχι.
Following the target.
Transport.
Acquiring transporter lock. Energizing.
Τους πήραμε όλους. Πρέπει να καταστρέψουμε το σκάφος. Σε θέλω... Εσύ. USS Nicholson. Είναι το σκάφος.
Aye, Captain. Adjusting to new heading.
Λοιπόν, πρέπει να είμαστε στα 20 χιλιόμετρα.
Plasma containment is within tolerances.
Εντάξει. Δεκατρία. Και έκανε ένα full. Θα μπορέσουμε να το βαρέσουμε τόσο μακριά. Κάνε full stop.
Aye, aye. Full stop.
Λοιπόν,
Aye, aye. Torpedoes arming. Aye, aye, Captain. Targeting. Firing.
τι γίνεται εσύ? Δεν είμαστε, όχι, δεν είμαστε καθόλου κοντά. Πάμε πίσω, θα το πάρω εγώ. Εντάξει.
Aye, understood. Following.
Και λογικά είμαστε σε απόσταση βολής τώρα, οπότε κάνω ένα φουστό. Μπράβο. Εσύ τώρα λογικά μπορείς να ρίξεις.
All my sensors are running clean and green.
Roger that. Changing target. I'll let you know if anything turns up.
Hull integrity at 50%.
Oh.
Aye, shields ready. Captain, I have an update from Starfleet Command. They're sending us new coordinates.
Πώς θα κατάφερα έτσι? Κάνε επιστευές.
Affirmative. Starting repairs on warp core.
Yeah. Πάμε section 10, neutral zone.
Plotting course.
Ετοιμαστείτε για...
Warp core is fully repaired. All systems fully restored. Allocating engine power for impulse.
Laying course for impulse.
Acknowledged. Balancing power allocation.
Όχι. Stand down red alert.
Aye, aye. Full power to engines.
Aye.
Diverting power for impulse.
Making ready for impulse.
Initializing spectrographic analysis.
Moving into the anomaly. Course plotted. On your mark. Aye, understood.
Δεν είναι στα καλύτερα τα σκάφος μας. Ελπίζω να μην γίνει κάτι άλλο πολύ σοβαρό. Φτάνουμε. Δεν είμαι σίγουρος γιατί πρέπει να είμαστε εδώ, αλλά στην αρχή. Γιατί δεν μου φαίνεται καλά αυτό.
On the distress channel. Putting it on screen.
This is Captain Jameson of the Kobayashi Maru. We've struck a gravitic mine. We've lost all power and our hull has been penetrated. Life support systems are failing. Our position is Gamma Hydra Section 10. Please, you must help us.
Captain, That places them in the Klingon neutral zone. Entering the zone would put us in violation of treaty.
Να τους σώσουμε ή να μην τους σώσουμε? Θα τους σώσουμε. Θα καταφέρουμε να ζήσουμε? Δεν ξέρω.
Arming torpedoes.
Πάμε σε red alert. Κάνε approach το target.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Προσεκτικά, φαντάζομαι. Δεν ξέρω, χρειάζεται να σου πω να το κάνεις avoid αυτό. Όχι, όχι, όχι. Όχι.
Aye, aye. Adjusting heading.
Πάμε σε
We're approaching the Klingon neutral zone.
εχθρική περιοχή.
Aye, Captain. Full power to shields.
Έβαλα όλη τη δύναμη. Όχι, όχι, όχι εδώ. Όχι εδώ, όχι. Εδώ.
Aye, aye, Captain. Staying with them.
I'll alert medical.
Λογικά θα μας χτυπήσει ακόμα ένα. Μας χτύπησε. Ναι. Ζωμενεύτηκα ένα εχθρικό σκάφος. Κοντεύουμε.
Affirmative. Maximizing
Πάμε
power to
γρήγορα.
engines.
Κάνε
You got
σκάν.
it. Target selected.
Sensors are showing waveforms consistent with recent cloaking activity, transferring data to your panel.
381 ζωές. Δεν ξέρω τι θα καταφέρουμε να κάνουμε.
Following the target.
Understood. Dropping shield.
Acquiring lock.
Enemy showing on their sensors. New contact. One enemy vessel. Aye,
Cannot
Captain.
transport
Raising
through
shield.
active shields.
Έχουμε...
Aye, Captain. Staying with them.
Δεν θα τους κάνω... Θα τους μιλήσω. Λοιπόν,
Yes, Captain. Locking new target. Scanning.
για να τους ελέγξουμε. Θα καταστρέψουν το σκάφος.
I'm updating your panel, Captain.
Target
Aye, aye,
waypoint.
Captain.
Locked vessel detected.
Roger that. Attempting to disrupt. New target locked. Hostile ship decloaking. Hostile contacts detected.
Ωχ, έχουμε κι άλλους.
We're disrupting the target system.
Ωραία, δεν έχουν όπλα. Κάνε...
Aye, aye. Locking on target. Engaging target. Aye, aye. Enemy retreating.
Φεύγουνε.
Kobayashi Maru is at 50% hull integrity.
Aye, follow.
You got it. New target locked. Holding fire. Scanning target.
I am sending new data to your panel, Captain.
Aye, Captain. Starting disruption attempt. Targeting.
Warning. Cloaked vessel detected.
Kobayashi Maru, 25% hull integrity.
Weapons, fire torpedoes.
Changing target.
Fire ρίχτου τα όλα.
Understood. Target selected. Ship decloaking. I'm reading Kobayashi Maru hull, 10%.
Δεν ξέρω αν θα μπορούσα.
Kobayashi Maru was just destroyed, Captain.
Congratulations, Captain. You and your crew have just completed the Kobayashi Maru simulation. I know it's not easy to face a no-win situation like that, but it's a necessary test, both for Starfleet and for yourselves. I think we all have a better idea now of the decisions you'll make when there's no obvious right answer. Based on your overall performance, I'm not only clearing the Aegis for Operation Distant Shore, I'm recommending that you lead the expedition into the trench.
Ήταν να σου ξεμοιτήσω όλα αυτά. Ωραία. Αυτά είναι τα στοιχεία της αποστολής μας. Δεν μπορώ να πάω πίσω ή κάτι. Σε διασύμα, ευχαριστώ που παρακολουθήσατε. Γεια σας.